This special announcement. No, I'm just kidding. No, we interrupt your program to bring you a special announcement. Hey, guys. So I know this one's a little out of place, a little different, but Luke and I want to inform you guys, if you haven't seen it on social media, we made an announcement on social media that we've come to just a just uh just a brick wall, I guess, if you will, to doing this show. And there's only so much we can talk about when it comes to the company stuff. And I mean, like, Luke and I even said it too together, is it was kind of like being shackled down in a way. Because I said it on the post, God forbid we say something wrong on here, and then we hear about it, we get called up into the office about it, just like people do with posting stuff to social media.
Right.
And so to think of, like, we've been shackled down for almost 2 years now is that's kind of depressing in a way. That's kind of depressing in a way.
Well, I want to say
in a very humorous way.
I want to interject on that. We have been shackled down, so to speak, but not in a point to where we gave a fuck, because I want to make sure we don't sound completely ballless here. We knew we were off the clock. We weren't on their time, but that rooster sound that you all know and love, that more or less was a shackle, because we didn't want to, the more
we didn't want to say the name.
Yeah, we didn't want to associate with it, and we're like, fuck it. If they obviously people listened on the management side, we both know that. And there may be management listeners. I mean, I fucking know some that listen from the Instagram page. So it's not like we knew the ears weren't, but we always had to make sure, like, we could never, it would just be like any stories that were told, obviously, like, you never would hear me say, give an example of the dog bites or something. Like, obviously, you can put, I mean, stories can get embellished, but the number is not a lie. I don't give a shit to say. But my point is that, like, little, shit, and we've had to do this in the past with guests, and we've taken, stuff off because we were worried that they would get in trouble. Mm-hmm. And we spoke to them like, nah, I don't think so. Yeah, we were definitely shackled in a way. Like, we were always had to be mindful, but that's why we never said the name and other shit. Like, I mean, just with Schmedlex and those other nicknames kind of came just us making fun of ourselves with saying the company. So, but yeah, I mean, we were definitely, I didn't mean to trail off, but hey, if you've been with us 105 episodes, you're well aware. But yeah, I didn't want to make it seem like we were fucking, they had their foot on our neck or something, or like, had their foot on our back and holding us back down. But yeah, we always had to be careful on our own time or not.
Yeah, we always had to be mindful.
Yeah, on our own time or not, you can't always, you don't want to, I don't know. It's just, it was, for me, honestly, I think that, like, when you said brick wall, I think when you were telling, like we were saying, you heard of the burnout phase, and it just was, that
was the brick wall I hit in my mind when I couldn't think.
Yeah, like, that was the term, and that was before we recorded episode 105. We had, we had we were talking about it, and it was just, I don't know if it came through on the episode or not, but that's also exactly why we're kind of giving this PSA to, to the people that don't follow us on the social media So and the people that do follow us, because obviously posts are one thing, but to hear us be able to hear us out and everything, what we're planning on doing, which that's kind of in limbo. And I'll let you keep going, Dave, if you want to.
Yeah, so we don't want the delivery, like we don't want all the delivery stuff to be front and center anymore, the main focal point of the podcast. We want to branch out, if you will, and really, really, like, just it was always a little hard to try and do episodes where we'd be talking about something and have to bring it back to delivery. Would you say, Luke?
Yes. And that was like in branching out, and we were talking about this just before we went on, and I've said this on the social pages, so I want to make sure I say this on here, that, Dave and I are still delivery drivers. We still like the content of just, if you enjoy delivery content, it's not just going to it's not going to vanish like a fucking candle in the wind. It will still be there. Stories will still be told. I mean, look, if you've been with us a while, listen to this voice. You fucking know this voice will tell a story or two or more. But yeah, the content is not, but like what Dave said with branching out, but going back, branching out it was more of, like we said, to either revamp or just refresh it in our minds, because like he said, when we always felt like we needed to always bring it back to a delivery focal point, and we felt like we, because of what we were on on the delivery, so we just, and that made it, we always wanted to have a great product. We always wanted to have something good for the listeners. We didn't want to make anything, and we both feel like this is a way to give everybody that, and we've went along. It's been, we've taken some holidays off of not releasing anything, but basically since 2020, I mean, it's been every Monday, and that is, I mean, that's a grind, and it's a lot of stuff. There's been babies born, and a lot of things have changed, and even so, even without the babies being born and all that, even without the life-changing stuff, I don't want to say that, I don't feel like irrelevant's the right word, but I'm going to use it here, because still, all that being said, it is irrelevant with, once you do so many episodes in a certain way, in a certain format, in a certain, yada, yada, it starts to get to you. And if we have guests on, if they be a driver or not, I mean, if there's still going to be shit brought up. It's not going to just be,
of course.
That's all I'm getting at. It's not going to completely, but yes, we're very excited to go in a different direction with things, as far as just being able to talk episodes. We'll be basically, it's a work in fucking progress. I'm not going to act like I know. I'm going to keep trying to be like, duh. But this PSA is that we're going to have, it's going to be a little grace period. Probably not that long, because we're not used to it. But we said probably a few weeks. But once we start recording and releasing, getting an idea and getting it set, what we really want to do, it will be available on Monday, just like it always has. So if it's become a part of your routine, we'll it's still going to be fulfilled.
We'll still be there.
It's just not going to be, if you enjoy our humor, you're going to enjoy what we put out. But
that's right.
But no, Dave was absolutely right with the brick wall was a good. I mean, I know you meant to say burnout phase, But the brick
I meant to
wall,
say burnout, but my
but the
brain
brick
hit a brick wall.
wall is it's a good one too. It is. And it's just, no, I didn't realize how much that people, as far as support and listenership, not even
Let me tell you, we've seen all your messages, we've seen all your comments, and that was a bit overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
because we've made so many friends. We've made just meeting people, literally meeting people in person, and made so many friends through this time that we've done this show, 105 episodes.
And it just, that, and the fucking, there's been a few bumps along the way. We've always said enough to probably put a documentary out, but the good far outweighs any of the bad. And it's been, I mean, that right there, because we initially, I can say this because we're still trying to, we're taking small grace period to figure out what we're wanting to do. But I can tell you this, we were saying, of putting stuff out on Mondays on Spotify, because we thought about doing video stuff. Still probably will try video stuff. We'll that's to be determined. But once, I think, like, one of the common themes was how many people looked forward to it on Monday. It made it almost like it was a no-brainer. I was like, I didn't realize how much that would mean to, I'm sure I would say to us, Dave, I'm sure you feel the same way, how much that means. It meant a hell of a lot to me to know that there's people like it. It humbles me. And it's not like, dude, we're not, it's not like we're not Joe Rogan Experience here. It's not like we're not fucking some huge fucking deal or anything like that. We're just a couple dudes, fucking, couple delivery driver dads.
Two dads.
But fucking, to hear people say it, it's humbling, man. And it's awesome to hear. And that's one thing that we know for certain when, just stay tuned and just keep tuning in. It'll be popping back up. If you follow us on the socials, though, you'll see it then. But
oh, for sure. We're not deleting anything. We're not deleting the Discord chat. We're not deleting anything like that. We're going to keep that all up. So we're going to keep the socials up as well. We'll keep everybody informed that way also about what our plan is and what the next step is for us. Because I know Luke said it in one of his videos, is we enjoy doing this. We enjoy podcasting so much.
Absolutely.
And we've always said it. I've always said it on every episode, you guys are the reason why we're doing this. And everybody that lends us their ears every Monday morning or whenever you listen, that's the reason why we're going to continue to do this, just in a different format. So, yeah.
Everybody,
so just this was.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, if you for all the driver listeners out there, which I know that's most of the demographic, I encourage you to stay on for the ride. You won't be disappointed.
Absolutely. Like Luke said, if you enjoyed our humor, mine lack thereof, Luke definitely has it.
Yeah, I can make up for it for you, brother. Don't worry about that.
Pooping in the woods and all these other fun stories. No, if you enjoyed the humor, you're definitely gonna want to check out the new show, because I think it's gonna be even funnier. And there's gonna be no chains holding us down with this. So it's gonna be a blast. That's all I know. That's all we know so far. So stay tuned, guys. It's been a hell of a ride, 105 episodes. And
yeah, thank you all for listening. And like I said,
time to go back up.
It's not this isn't goodbye. This is we will see you soon. But yes, it'll be
Absolutely.
It's been fucking awesome. And again, thank you all so much.
Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Later, everybody.